Today we are going to be replacing the alternator.
It's probably the alternator. It's probably the alternator.
Believe it or not, this is the same alternator that the engine came with when it was shipped overseas. So I think it's due time we get rid of it. This is our K-tuned power steering and AC delete. Check this out. You just have to loosen this. All right. There we go. So easy. Well, that's it. It's the only thing holding the alternator
It's probably the alternator.
in place. So easy. Took me like 5 minutes. Those are the perks of building your own car. You can make it as easy as you want, and you're already familiar with the terrain. That's it. It's all bolted on, plugged in, got our tension back, and then batteries plugged back in. So we're gonna give her a kick, see what it does. Take number 4. Tighten the battery terminals. That's what was wrong. The battery terminals were loose. There we go. So here's what we know. Well, actually, we don't really know anything. Anyway, just recently discovered something weird after messing with the TPS sensor, throttle position sensor. Every time I go to start it up, it's revving at 3,000 RPM, just banging there. Dogs are going crazy on me today. After I start it up and it bangs off the 3,000 RPM rev limit, I disconnected the cam position sensor, the exhaust side, and it stopped doing it. But then I'd hook it back up and it idled like normal. It didn't sound like it was misfiring, it sounded healthier. I think something's going on with either my whole throttle body or the actual cam position sensor itself, or it might be the wiring harness.
Leave me alone! Ah! Akira!
Jesus, it's so hot out today. Sun's out, guns out, I guess. I am going to show you guys now what I mean by disconnecting the exhaust side camshaft position sensor, and you'll kind of notice, well, not kind of, you'll literally notice what's going on here. Let me show you guys. Christ, that fucking pulley is so loud. I gotta fix that. And the kit pulley to the alternator to stop that squealing. Idling at 1,000 or 1,100 with that cam position sensor. Check this out. I'm gonna kind of press on the gas and see what it does. I have to do it very slowly to get up in RPMs. This is what happens when I do it too fast. When I press all the way, it just wants to kill itself. A lot to figure out here. Got a lot of time, pretty much have all day, so we're gonna go ahead and see what's going on. Hopefully it's maybe just a bad cam sensor, and then I could just replace it and we'll be golden. That'll fix my limp mode if that's the case. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But Usually it's not that simple.
Nice, very nice.
Thanks. Yeah, so they do both spin counterclockwise, and I spun it, so yeah, it looks like this intersects, and these both are at, you know, top dead center, not top dead center, but 12 o'clock. Both at 12 o'clock. This one's gonna be at 3 o'clock. In this case, it's gonna be 9. So to truly understand whether or not this is timed correctly, I'm gonna spin it a few more times until this dot and this dot are at 12 o'clock. And you'll notice on the timing chain, one of these is a little darker. Well, not one of them, but 2 of them are gonna be darker. And so they should align with the dots at 12 o'clock if it's truly timed correctly. Whereas there's another dark one at the crankshaft. And so that'll be aligned as well, obviously, if these 2 are. So I'm gonna try to do that real quick. Only after turning the engine over probably 1,000 times, just spinning that crank pulley. No easy way to say it, but the timing's off. This is as close as we got. Let me show you. So this is supposed to be right here, you know, once it hits 12 o'clock, and same on this side. So just for reference too, so this is supposed to be top dead center, right? It's kind of slightly off, but for the most part it's almost top dead center. Okay, you'll notice how much it's off with the chain. Probably about like close to an inch off. Okay, for reference, you'll notice this tooth right here is also the top dead center mark for our top dead center sensor and exhaust cam sensor. It's kind of both. So once it counts that tooth after that 4th one, it restarts. So that counts as the top dead center, which is what it's telling the ECU. And so that is also about an inch off, at least within the center of this actual sensor. So that's how you know for a fact that the timing is off just slightly. Honestly guys, there's no easy way to do this, considering we don't have the means to pull the engine out again. So there's really only one thing to do, which is retime it, and we're gonna have to do it inside the car. I'm not taking this thing back out. I don't want to go through all that. Yes, it might be easier, but like I said, I don't have the means to take it out. The cherry picker I was borrowing probably isn't even in the hands of my friend that let me borrow it, which was Mark. Thanks, Mark, if you're watching this. We don't have it. We won't need it, but it is gonna make our life that much harder. Pretty much 6 hours later, and here we are, finally finished with the timing, put everything together. Everything's good, everything's wired in, all the plugs are wired in, battery's good to go. So let's see what this really did for us. Hold on. Still nothing. Why is it idling so low?
Give it some gas.
Hold on, hold on. It's not like stuttering like it was last time, but it's still